Okay. Gaming. Gaming. Wow. Should I? Should I not? I don't know. It can't be as bad as everyone says. Let's go. Let's go. Why not? Why not? See, I suppose it's... Wait a minute. I'm bouncing off a tree. There's no spring there. Okay. What? You're at least gonna let me stop. Why? What is... How are you meant to see that? That's just ridiculous. And why is he... That was a struggle. Okay. Wait. Get killed by hitting the floor. There's a drop. No. That scraps that idea. No. Got other things to do. Hey guys, welcome to Gaming and Console Tech. I am Ash. Now the Game Boy Advance has had quite a few revisions in its lifetime. Now there is always one which I didn't quite understand, and you'll understand why when I show you. Now, out of all three of the revisions, my favourite one is by any accounts the SP. Whether it's a front-lit screen or a backlit screen in the AGS 101, I believe it was. This is one of my favourites, mainly because you can close it up, keep the screen nice and tidy, you're not likely to scratch the screen, and also because it plays Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, which is handy if you've got a big basically catalogue of Game Boy games and whatever else. So yeah, there's that. However, the one before it was alright. It looked very much like a slimmed down Game Gear, which is over here. Whereas the third one, the Game Boy Advance Micro, wasn't quite as lucky. Now, honestly, this is what I mean. Now, this is the Game Boy Advance Micro, and honestly, it is extremely tiny. This I can pretty much cover with my hand. You wouldn't know it's there otherwise. And it's like a brush metal on the back. It's nice to hold. It's really nice, but if it was a little bit bigger, it'd be a lot better. And I don't mean bigger by Game Boy Advance SP standards, just bigger, slightly, so that you could actually get your hands around it. Now my hands literally cover this, and it's so awkward to control anything, and it just weirds me out. Now, the good thing about this, we'll cover the good things first, before I slaughter it with the bad things, is the screen. It is a backlit screen, and honestly, it is very, very pretty by all accounts. But that being said, the fact that it's bright and vibrant is just amazing on such a small screen. You know, it's one of those scenarios, and unfortunately, not all Game Boy Advances got this, only this one and the AGS 101. If you can get hold of the AGS 101, I would say get that one, pretty much. Just go out and get that one, because it's better than this one. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this console as a collector's item, but I don't play my Game Boy Advance games on this. Now to the bad things. There's going to be bad things. The bad things are the fact that this one, or this particular model, is not Game Boy Color or Game Boy game friendly. It doesn't play them. It's just exclusive to Game Boy Advance games, and that for me was a deal breaker, because I like my backwards compatibility. Preferably an official way in order to do it, despite emulation and whatever else. If I can get the hardware to do it, I will. That's how I've always been. Retro purist, whatever. That's why I've got a CRT with my snares hooked up and whatever else. This kind of annoyed me in that aspect because with no backwards compatibility, it didn't really give me a reason to play the games on this. I'm happy to downgrade my screen in order to have that backwards compatibility, which is always one thing that I'm passionate about. Let's move on. Like I said, the thing is absolutely cramped when you're holding it. It's not exactly user-friendly, honestly. And honestly, I got cramp after this quite a bit. It's ridiculous. It just does not make any sense on why they would create something that small. It's essentially like one of the smallest phones you could buy back in the day before they were all smartphones. You know, just why the hell not? You could speak through it. See, I'd shit myself if it rung. I would. But yeah, I mean, it's one of them. Now, the other bad thing is the fact that it came with a proprietary charger, which annoys me. Let's not go too far into that, but this did come out in a time where all cell phones had their own chargers, so, you know, there's that. Now, the other thing which really, really bugged me about this was the fact that just the buttons, they feel mushy and they don't feel, like you can hear them clicking, but they don't feel clicky at all. The bottom, the start and select ones do at the bottom, those two there. But the front ones, they sound clicky, but they don't feel clicky. It's very, very weird and surreal when you're playing games. And because this front panel comes off, I'm not going to pull it off because mine is actually broke with the hinge at the side. It's actually tacked on. But the actual front comes off. And because of that design flaw coming, because of that, these buttons don't quite work like they should. And it's not because of the broken hinge either. This was before the hinge broke, and it annoys me because it's such a nice design. It's such a sleek design. Fair enough, a little bit small, like I said, but it's just ridiculous how the buttons are put on there. This is coming from a company that invented the D-pad. They invented the D-pad, technically, and, you know, they've ran with it ever since, except for the Switch, which has taken the D-pad off and replaced it with circular buttons. We'll go there another day. But this wasn't exactly the greatest Game Boy. Honestly, if you go for a Game Boy, I'd either go for the AGS 101, which is the backlit screen that's in that one, technically in a bigger format, get that one. If not, then go out, get yourself a Game Boy Advance SP, because it is much better and it is more value for money because you're getting that backwards compatibility as well. So why not do that instead of buy one of those? If you're a collector and you want one, go out and buy one. That's what I did. I found one for a decent price and I ended up buying it. So there you go. That's been that. That's all I can say about it, guys. It is a good console, but it's just too big for my hands and it's got a few issues. You know. And to be fair, it doesn't get any use in my collection. So there you go, guys. Thanks very much for watching. In the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next video. And honestly, happy gaming.